What's going on? I'm coming at you with another book review, and today I'm going to sit here and talk about The Color Purple. Now, The Color Purple is a book written by Alice Walker, and it details the life of Celie in the 1930s Georgia as she's coming up during this time of racism. And I have to admit that this was a really good book. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed Celie's personality. Now, everybody knows, Steven Spielberg did a movie adaptation of The Color Purple, and as far as comparison-wise, it is a close comparison, but there are so many factors in this book that aren't in the movie, and for good reason. So, reading this book, you can't really help but sympathize with Celie's situation, because she's this black woman in the South who has no rights, who's married to this man relatively young, to have his kids and things like that, and take care of his kids. And she just pretty much just had this miserable life of just having this low self-esteem and things like that, which is understandable for that time. And the supporting cast for this book is really good. Suge was a really good character. Albert is a really good character. Most of the other cast are really good characters. Sophia is not only fierce, but she's a completely funny and realistic woman. She's perhaps maybe my favorite character next to Celie and Nettie. Celie has his sister named Nettie that comes to stay with her and her husband Albert, and you can't help but feel sorry for them, because Albert ends up breaking these two sisters apart. But through the letters that this book has been written through, you can't help but feel there's a sense of connection between these two sisters, and they're talking to each other as they're growing up. And I have to say that the dynamic between Celie and Nettie, now this book is written as epistolary, so it is written through letters, but you can't help but feel that this isn't really a passive thing, that you're actually with this character as you're in her head experiencing these situations. And I like the fact that this book has so many different undertones to it, that it explores racism, that it explores the lack of women's rights, that it explores industrial takeovers of native lands. There are just so many undertones in this book, and I was really fascinated. I'm glad that my friend of mine ended up, recommending this book to me, because I had a really good time with it. I felt really connected to Celie's character. I really felt connected to so many of the other supporting cast. I like the whole setting of it. I'm glad that, a lot of these main characters did have a character arc, that there was change, there was development, and, I had a really good time with this. I do highly recommend this book, and I would say The Color Purple gets 3 out of 5. So in the comment section below, guys, have you read The Color Purple? Tell me what you thought about it. Did you like the movie better? And I guess I'll catch you guys later.